Since 2006, the AES reclaim process has been reducing waste, documenting compliance, and turning liabilities into assets. AES Reclaim is the industry leader in the recovery of refrigerant and recycling of commercial industrial HVAC equipment. AES Industries, through our AES Reclaim division, is committed to help you comply with environmental regulatory requirements. We emphasize professionalism, team effort, and personal responsibility while providing a safe, healthful, and environmentally sound workplace. Our proactive management policies and action programs are designed to meet or exceed federal, state, and local requirements.
The program began on the basis of environmental accountability with an emphasis on landfill avoidance. From there, we was able to take it to the next level, which was basically our refrigerant banking for our customers. From there, it evolved into also the reuse program, which has been successful.
At AES, we turn liabilities into assets. AES's Refrigerant Compliance Plan is a strategic approach for managing, building air conditioning and refrigeration equipment. Our program will properly recover refrigerants and oils, document all activities, and safely handle and store refrigerants and oils for national banking and recycling. We ensure that each division is compliant with federal, state, and local regulations regarding environmental health and safety.
Currently, what we've found is throughout 3 years of doing this process, we've come up with an average of 1.5 pounds of refrigerant per cooling ton. So if a customer had typically a 250 cooling tons on their store, they would be looking at an average of 375 pounds of refrigerant.
The HVAC recycling process. Our logistics department coordinates unit pickup with the on-site contractor. Units are delivered to one of our 4 strategically located facilities. AES technicians receive and inspect the units, tag, label by store, name and number and date received, and report any discrepancies. Technicians recover refrigerant and complete the EPA paperwork. AES sends you a copy of refrigerant recovered and landfill avoidance report.
Right now, we would say probably 100% of all rooftops are actually recycled. The difference is the method process. Our method allows us to be able to show cradle-to-grave accountability for every rooftop unit coming off of our customer's door.
Among the Clean Air Act's provisions is a staged timeline to phase out the production of R-22 in the United States by 2020. The recovery and reuse or banking of reclaimed R-22 provides building owners with an annuity that will protect them from future market price fluctuations. Since virtually all companies will find it necessary to service, repair, or replace their HVAC units at some point, our program creates an opportunity for companies to not only go green and clean up the environment, but to also find revenue in recycling, reusing, and reclaiming these materials.
The reuse portion of the program is probably one of our most successful ones. It allows us to bring the old units in, evaluate the commodities in there such as compressors, fan motors, anything else that may be able to reuse. With that, we'll actually inventory all of these parts. We'll categorize them. We'll send it to the customer. The customer is able to supply them to their technicians. From there, the technicians simply give us a call. We ship the product to our customer at their store location free of charge.
AES Reclaim partners with National Refrigerants Incorporated, one of the first and the largest independent ARI certified reclamation facility in the world. Their exacting standards and continuous quality assurance programs turn a potential liability for your company into a cost-effective way of guaranteeing your future refrigerant supply.
As far as the cost of the banking of the refrigerant itself, it's all dependent on the size of the program. Currently, we have customers that pay absolutely nothing because of the size. What we typically do is we like to go in and assess how many units the customer themselves will be able to supply us throughout the course of the year and discuss the several options. There's basically three partners that partner up with this. They are AES, National Banking, and the customer themselves. Through it all, we'd be able to create some type of program that would benefit both the customer and ourselves.
Our process unmanufactures your equipment and separates the commodities and components to maximize waste reduction. With a traditional construction process, you have no idea where thousands of pounds of HVAC equipment ends up. You don't get an environmental impact report, and your assets simply are thrown away. The good news is that nearly 100% of the unit can be kept out of the landfill. Your refrigerant assets can be banked, and the entire process is documented to provide you with the peace of mind that each HVAC unit will be broken down to maximize waste reduction and meet EPA compliance.
Last year, AES recycled somewhere in the neighborhood of 6.5 million pounds of waste that was basically brought through and avoided through going through landfills, and showed 100% accountability cradle to grave for the commodities and the units. The cost of the program itself can be virtually nothing. What I mean by that is it may cost the customer absolutely nothing to implement. We would be able to set up the program, have all their commodities, all their reports supplied to them free of charge. However, if the program that they have to offer is not large enough and the units do not justify, there may be minimal charges.
AES Reclaim is the industry leader in the recovery of refrigerant and recycling of commercial industrial HVAC equipment. AES Reclaim is committed to help you comply with environmental regulatory requirements. At AES, we turn liabilities into assets.